Welcome back. Welcome back. All right.
Well, thank you for having me.
Totally. Let's see here. Right now, we have a boatload of AIs in here. So if they're not coming in, then you and I are just going to do the presentation and I'm going to send the recording out, but I'm not letting in all these note takers. It's ridiculous. And
Valid.
yeah, it'll be like a little personal one. So let's do this here. What kind of shake did you make?
This is a chocolate protein shake.
Nice. Same, same. Have you seen this?
Cheers.
Look how lazy I am.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude. Load this thing up and then it just like because I'm too lazy to shake it. I'd rather just
That's
but it's actually pretty useful.
hilarious. I
All
like
right.
it. I like it.
Let's see who else is in here. Ba-boom. Oh, Tina's in here and Allie's in here. All right, awesome. We got a couple great people joining us
Sweet.
today. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And I let them in. I could just let in one. Note taker. Actually, no. Two.
Sammy, how long are these sessions, by the way?
6 hours.
Whoa, it's crazy.
We
Good thing I'm a big yapper.
I know. Good thing you can just yeah. No, they usually run for about we do like 45 minutes or so and then like some questions and stuff on the back end for that. So hi Tina, hi Allie. I see you guys lurking around in there. Are you guys here? Do I see you? Do-do-do. Hi, Allie, you're gonna love this talk. So we have a pinch hitter coming in today for us. Our original person, Patrick, was flying back from Cabo. There was a plane accident, so he is holed up somewhere in an airport. Everyone's okay, but there was a reason he couldn't get in. So she said loves the pinch hitter. But I am so blessed to bring to you guys Ramsha. And one of the things that we do, as you guys know, when it comes to podcasting, Alley, is we get people into their own community afterwards. So we take them from the podcast into Skool. And that is where we nurture the community. And more importantly, Tina, for you guys too, this is also, I know that you're in a little bit different of a space, but this is where we can really nurture the relationships with people and to bring in really good qualified leads as well as just offer really cool value to people before they get to know you. So the know, like, and trust factor really goes up when you have a good Skool community. Luckily for us, and Ramsha, you've been introduced to me from like three different angles, from Michael Lovich to Ray to all the other people. There's Allie. So many different people have reached out and they're like, dude, you got to talk to Ramsha. Reason being, Allie, this is the queen of blowing up Skool communities. She has taken people and she'll go over some of the stuff she's done. But the thing that she's done with Skool, she's helped people make millions on Skool communities, grown Skool communities by tens and 20 and 30,000 members, and she is the go-to expert in Skool. I'm actually surprised that we got a little time with her. She's like, my calendar is filling up. So I'm going to turn it over to you. Rock it out, Ramsha. Thank you so much for being our pinch hitter today. I know that we had a quick call and she's like, I can totally do that. So thank you for hopping in there and rocking it. You got the screen sharing, so take it away.
Sammy, thank you for that introduction. It's my absolute pleasure to be here. I have same thing. I've been introduced to you by like so many people have introduced you to me at so many different angles. So I'm happy that we're finally getting a chance to talk. Ali, I love your name, For His Glory. That is a beautiful name. I'm all about it. My only goal here is to provide as much value as I can in the next hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and get into it. I do have a bit of a pitch deck to keep myself on track. Let's get into it. Let's see. Can you guys see my little slideshow here?
Oh, yep. You gotcha. School scale.
Skool scale. Let's get into it. So quick agenda to keep everybody here on track. I'm going to go over who I am, what I do, why you should listen to me. And then I'll go over why Skool as a platform. And then I'll go over exactly how we have scaled Skool communities. And then I'll pull up the back end of the Skool communities that I manage. So you guys can see the revenue, you can see the engagement, you can see the retention. I'm not going to gatekeep anything. All right. So first things first, my name is Ramsha. I run this company called Skool. Any of the communities that we have built on the platform are in the top 1 to 5% of Skool. And so we have a pretty good system. We know what we're doing. My core philosophy is that creators should stay creative. How many of you have a Skool community? Just like show of hands. Okay, awesome.
But they
So
do have communities, so just so you
yeah,
know, like if the
communities.
things apply, they have their communities, but we love Skool. Ali, where's your community
Awesome.
hosted? Oh, she's frozen. Anyway, continue out,
Okay,
Ramsha.
cool. So how I actually got started in this was one of my friends was ready to rage quit his community. So I just don't want to do it anymore. I can't manage it. I'm ready to quit. I talked him off of a ledge. I'm like, no, you have so much value to provide to the world. You have amazing content, but I think you should stay creating content. Like that's your God-given talent. You stay doing that. And he's like, well, why don't you just launch it for me? My background's in marketing. We launched his community. We took him from 0 to 34,000 in monthly recurring revenue in the first 2 months. We got him into the top 1% of Skool in the first 2 months. I outdid his YouTube earnings in the first 2 months as well. And so that's how this whole thing started. What we do is we manage absolutely everything when it comes to Skool, and we let creators create. These numbers are a little bit dated, but the average price of our community is about $50. We've onboarded close to 3,000 members onto Skool, unique members. We've made well over $1 million for all of our creators. The creative problem that I run into is a lot of people have massive following on any sort of platform. I have YouTubers, we have Instagrammers, we've had TV shows reach out to us. They have this massive top of funnel audience, but they have no idea how to monetize it, which as a marketer makes zero sense to me. And so something that we call the broke creator epidemic, and that's what we solve for through Skool. Any questions there so far?
Nope.
Cool. Keep it rocking. So the reason we landed on Skool, number one, and Sammy, I know you're with me on this, very bullish on community. Like with everything happening in AI, humans have this natural tendency to want to belong to a group and be understood. Community solves that. And so Skool is community driven first. That's one reason I always tend to lean towards Skool. Second reason, from a metric standpoint, Skool genuinely runs circles around every single other platform. They get more traffic than all of their competitors combined. And they've only been around for like 2 years. So what we do as a service is we build out the community. We do something called an event launch. That's my secret sauce. That's how I blow up communities. It's essentially a docu-series. It's like a Netflix style series, and it's hosted on YouTube. And so what that does is 2 things. Number one, it feels like a very organic piece of content when people are watching it, but it's very much a VSL. So the conversion on that is very high. And because it's a YouTube video, it doesn't feel like they're being sold to. And so for that reason, our creators have seen so much success. One thing that we do in addition to that, and this is pre-marketing, is we grow their email list substantially. So it doesn't matter where your audience lives, whether it's a podcast, whether it's a TV show, YouTube, you don't own any of that data. The only data that you own is when you have their email address, right? That is your list. That is your greatest form of IP as a content creator and as a business owner. So we double down on that. We grow their email list, and then we do the event launch. Does this work? Absolutely. Let me show you some success stories. Funny enough, most of my clients are in the spirituality niche, because I'm a little bit of a hippie myself. And so I tend to resonate with them. This is a community that we created. It's called the Reality Revolution. He's a big YouTuber. He has about 800,000 YouTube subscribers. Day before the event, he calls me and he's like, Ramsha, I don't think it's going to work. I'm like, Brian, I'm batting 100%. Just trust me. Just trust me on this. Call me after the launch. And so we did 67,000 cash collected the first week. I got him into the top 1% of Skool in less than 48 hours. We broke every single record that has been set on Skool with this particular community. I outdid his YouTube earnings the first week that we launched him as well. That was all through providing tons of value on his email list, nurturing people organically, and then we did an event launch. So it does very much work. He is still the #1 paid community in the spirituality niche. So that's Brian. I'll show you a couple more. I think your audience will resonate with this one as well. This client is called Heart Coherence Collaborative, and they're all about operating from the heart. I know you guys are like already familiar with that. You're all great people. You operate from the heart, not your mind. That's what they're all about, practicing heart coherence. And so for them, we did a 7-day event launch, and we took an affiliate angle with this one. So we had some really cool guests come. They're kind of big names in the space. So we had Bashar, we had Lee Harris, we had all these amazing guests come. And we gave them really good affiliate commission. Now, we've created this community, and Sammy, it's funny, they're trying to be the next Mind Valley. That was what they were going for. And so we have all these amazing exclusive content in the community related to heart coherence that these affiliates gave us. The cool thing is now all these affiliates want to come back every month. They're knocking on my door being like, hey, can I speak in your community again? Can I speak in your community again? Because they get an LTV of anybody that comes in through their audience. And their retention is unheard of. I can't wait to show you guys the numbers. Let's kind of get into that. So Reality Revolution, Brian Scott, this is a community that we manage. Just going to show you guys the numbers here. So we have 100% engagement rate. Bonkers. What platform ever do you see that on? Plus, it's kind of a testament to my team. We do an amazing job retaining people, keeping people engaged. Our retention is 88%, which is much higher than industry standard as well. In the past month, we have added 6,300 in new MRR. So we managed churn, plus we added 6,300, which is like, the average American's yearly salary.
Totally. I was just gonna say it's like a yearly salary for people.
Yeah. It's so powerful, and I love this stuff. Sorry, I got a lot of communities in here. So Heart Coherence is the one that we did the affiliate play for. So I'll show you their classroom, and please copy this, like it works. What I told all these creators, including Bashar, who's a personal like favorite content creator of mine ever. It's like, hey, Bashar, if you give me this like exclusive content, I'll bump up your affiliate commission to 50%. He's like, okay, cool. And so it's a win-win scenario. That's another play that you guys can take. And I want to show you their back end as well. So for them, because they've offered 50% in affiliates, their MRR is on the lower side. This should be closer to 12. But again, they're being strategic. It's a collaborative. It's a long-term play. I do not recommend you give away 50%. Stick to that 30%. That's on par. Same thing, 100% engagement, 98% retention here. Mm. So, um, those are some
Ramsha,
of the
a
communities.
question real fast too. A lot of the folks
Please.
here, I saw that one, the number that you had, that was only 673 members. That's not a lot of members to have in there. And I think that's something for a lot of us to remember too, is like it's not having thousands and thousands of people in your school community, right? It's actually about the quality of the people that are in there. That's what it kind of seems like with this. Am I accurate with that?
Absolutely. It's like we have so many people that come to us that sell high ticket, and you actually save like 30% on your net margins if you start with low ticket.
Hmm.
So one cool thing that we do is, again, coming back to quality, is Brian does events. Like I'm sure a lot of you do as well. And so he has like these cool retreats. The next one's in Maui. We're gearing up for that. One cool perk that they get in our memberships is that I'll live stream the retreat. And so it does two things. Number one, amazing value. People join right away. We are super profitable on the front end, even when we do run ads. But all those people that go through it, now they're pre-qualified and they are dying to join the next retreat. So it really works well with the ascension ladder.
Got it. Got it. And so, like, you might get into this in a little bit, but I just want to plant the seed. A lot of us here, Allie might be the exception, Stacy, Job, and Susan, and then Kim, who's kind of in the background here too, including us. We have school families that are just starting. Mine only has about 300 people in it. We've only had it up for a few months. Susan's popping hers up. We'd love to probably look at what you would suggest as an entry level price point, and if you think it should start free and then move into like $47 or things like that. But just planting the
Yeah.
seeds might be covering that in your presentation. So just know that that's what I've long seen as people's big questions. They're like, how do we start this? And then Allie also asked, how is it better than Circle and an FB group? And we can probably chat on that a little bit too.
How is it? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not, I've just heard horror stories about Circle. I'm not too bullish on Circle. I don't want to talk badly about it, but like I like that Skool is more of a community-driven platform. It comes down to ultimately the platform comes down to the demographics of your user. So for me, a lot of our creators, their end user is actually on the older side. So like our end user is between the ages of 50 to 85. And so they don't know how to navigate Circle, even if they tried. And so Skool works really good for older audiences and it keeps it remarkably simple. Facebook groups, unfortunately, because a lot of them have removed the chat feature, it doesn't work. You want to communicate with people that have this common interest as you, but you can't because they've removed that. So oftentimes before I work with somebody, we actually do something called an offboarding campaign where we offboard people from a Facebook group onto Skool. And that's part of the pre-marketing as well. Um,
Okay,
so
one more question. When you said that this school does better than all platforms combined, what are you comparing that to?
it doesn't do better than all platforms combined. It has more traffic than
How?
all competitors combined.
Like
More
what would you
people
are
go
on it?
to Skool or on Skool than any other platform, than Circle, than Mighty Networks, than Kajabi. So the end users, Skool has more than all of
Yeah,
them combined.
okay. I'm glad you clarified that because I'm like not more than Facebook and Instagram. Because the thing
Definitely
about
not more than no way.
yeah, if someone's been an influencer on Facebook for a long time, everyone's getting notified when we're doing stuff. So and I'm all open. Sammy knows that I'm his sister, not older,
Yeah.
but smarter.
No,
Um,
no, like Facebook is a social media. So when I talk
yeah.
about competitors, I'm referring to educational platforms.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, perfect. Thanks, my love.
of course. Let's talk about pricing. So the way that we typically price communities is that we've noticed that when so we run on paid, we do paid traffic, we have various different growth systems in the back end. And we have pixels installed in all of our community so I can see the data. One thing that we've noticed is when you have tiered pricing, people get confused and then they shut it off. It's kind of like, even I was going to book a trip and I looked at the hotel, and then all of a sudden there's like 16 different rooms I can stay in. And I'm like, oh my God, like this is not easy. This is not a good user experience. And so we keep it very simple. We do one tier, but this is what I do. So when I do the initial launch, for the first 48 hours or for the first week, I'll do founding member pricing and it'll be discounted. So it'll be something like $37. And then after that, once it fills up, it's like, hey guys, the price is going up to 47. That works extremely well. And typically we end up selling out of, whether it's a time constraint, we've done that just maximizes all your traffic. Or if I say there's only 500 spots available, those 500 spots sell out very fast. So that's what I recommend on the pricing standpoint.
So start with the founder's price and say there's a discount for the next week or so, and then it's going to go up to 40. Okay, got it.
That's it.
Cool.
Ramsha, so that's for the new people in. So if people are starting new communities, you start like that. What if you have established communities that are on Circle? So like my mastermind, and then you put them in there. You house everyone in Skool. You put all your new people, you have your mastermind people, everything.
It depends. So what's the offer? Is the mastermind a totally different offer than your membership?
Yeah, my mastermind's a 12-month mastermind.
Okay.
For 6- and 7-figure women, and my community is a monthly one call for people 0 to 6 figures.
So I would assume your monthly is your low ticket and then the 12-month is your high ticket?
You got it?
No, just Skool is a low ticket platform.
Okay, so
So like
the mastermind and the replays, all the things.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I don't recommend running high ticket on Skool. It's not it. Like again, it's community driven. When it's low ticket, it works. They want the community feel. But when you get into high ticket, people want exclusivity. They want access to you. I don't want to talk to all these other members if I'm paying you high ticket.
Yeah. There you go, Alex.
That's all.
It's cake and eat it too.
Yeah. What else could I cover for you guys? I feel like I've kind of breezed through a lot of the stuff that I had.
No, that was awesome. I think too, I would think it would be, maybe we could look at a school. We want to just look at one of our school communities real fast and
Yeah.
just be like, yep, this looks good. And I think here, let's just do ours real fast so you can kind of
Yeah, let's
see
do it.
what ours is. Here, I'll put you in there. Do you want me to? We just switched it up too because we had a what we like to call in our space a God moment where things just completely shifted for us. I'm gonna drop the invite in here, and we pivoted with our school community. So
Nice.
we
No,
are
I
now.
love that, dude. Honestly, we change up because we notice that the offer gets fatigued. Just like
Mhm.
anything, just like running an ad, just like any other program, it gets fatigued. So
Yep.
we will often change up our entire community every 4 or 5 months.
Oh wow, that's interesting. Okay, there you go.
Okay,
So that's
sweet. Let's go through this.
and then
Yeah,
I
that's
can I
perfect.
can let you in if you want or anything you want to do. So we're doing a little play on our faith, which is an AI, right? It's our AI eighth community call. So we're big faith people here. So one of the things that
Good.
we have seen, we love using AI for good. So that's one of our favorite things that I like to do with AI. But here you go. Yeah.
Very cool. Okay. Join the number one. Yep, I love it. Okay. Reclaim their time, scale their business, and build legacy. So those are the 3 things that I can expect as the transformation when I join this community. I like that. I like the links. Funny enough, my team created these SOPs.
Oh, nice.
that like number one spirituality thing, like, yeah, that works extremely well. Um, what is what are the benefits of joining? That's something that I would want to see here. So like if
Mm,
you're offering calls, I want to handle as much buyer objections as possible on this page.
got it.
So one thing that people ask a lot is how often are the calls? What time? What's the time zone? And so if you lay all that out here, you'll see a bump in your conversions because that's something they want to know before they put their credit card down.
Got it.
Um,
And ours is free right now. So should we
oh,
make
yes.
just some free stuff and then probably have a $47 offer in there to be part of the community, or just keep it free and then
You know what I would do? They have an awesome feature that, like, whenever we run a campaign with this turned on, we can easily add like 7 to 15,000 in MRR. Is what we'll do is we'll turn on the 7-day free trial.
mm,
So that way people understand what they're getting. But if you provide enough value and you over deliver in those 7 days, they're going to convert. For one of our communities, we saw a 35% conversion, which was like, as a marketer, I was baffled. I was like, I was looking at my business partner, we're like, we'd be lucky if we got 10. We saw 35, which was nuts. We
that's
did
not
it for another group and his was 50.
that's not
So extremely underutilized. Even when we went to the school games, like that was just something that me and my business partner were doing. Like nobody's really using that feature to its fullest advantage. Um, one thing, it's kind of silly, but in here, the one thing that you want to do is have a graphic that says start here.
mm,
Let me pull up. We're in the process of updating a lot of our stuff, but it literally just says start here and then watch the video. It's so simple, but people just don't know where to start. So you
yeah,
really want to lay it out.
we're
Uh,
very simple. Tell me where to go and what to do next. Totally.
exactly.
Got it.
Sorry, man, I lost your community.
Oh yeah, it's the AI Rebel AI Academy, I believe is what it's called right now. Mhm.
Sorry, let me pull it up in the chat again.
And do you suggest, so a lot of people like Stacy Joe and all of us, should we be driving the main CTA out of a podcast and just get into the Skool community? That's what I see from all YouTube people. It's not giving them too many choices, just like get in a community.
Yeah.
One of those two. So,
One call to action is absolutely key. One thing that you can do that works extremely well for podcasts and YouTubers is you basically want to give people an incentive to join. So why are they joining? One thing that works extremely well is like, and you're in this niche, so you'll get it. Let's say you're interviewing a big channeler. They're going back and forth. In the final half of that interview, they do something exclusive, which is, hey, they're going to channel. But if you want access to that channeling, guess what? It's hosted inside a Skool. And you can get in on a 7-day free trial. That way, it's like you actually give them a reason to switch over. That's something that we've done with one of our creators, and it's working really well.
got it. I love that. So for us, that might be a higher end coaching thing that we do on the back end. Or for Stacy Joe, that might be a you're doing an example on some high end strategies with finance, right? Like, hey, on the back
Mhm.
end of this one, we're going to do an exclusive like what we did with infinite banking or something like that. We could do
Yes.
that. And then, yeah, Susan, with yours, we'd think on that, but it would be just a high end for you. It might be even like, hey, the thing that I did to get my first homes, right? The first rental homes I did, which pay for everything that you're watching. I'm just going to do a special on that real quick, just an
That's it.
exclusive. Mhm.
And then with podcasts, it's like you already have them on the podcast, and that's like, hey, do you want to make more money? Here's the affiliate link, and then just book them onto your calendar in Skool. And then they're doing an exclusive session just like this. for the Skool community.
I love it. I think too I don't know if we do exclusivity on like a prayer or anything like that, Allie, but definitely a high-end coaching, something that you did like an exclusive high-end coaching, I think would be really fun to do on the back of that to get people in. We with so with start button, that's awesome. There's like a lot of gold in here. You guys finding some value in this stuff? Is this helping get some clarity around starting the school? Cool. Cool. Stacy Joe, do you have a community that you started for the Freedom Support Solutions? Is that
No, I
something you're
have it for the Association of Christian Businesswomen.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
You
not
get
for Freedom Support Solutions, but
got it. Yeah, but for the other one, that makes total sense. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Getting some ideas here.
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Allie, did you have a question? I saw you
Yeah.
unmute.
Ramsha, how much like to get 100% retention, to get everyone to engage and stuff like that, you got to be active in here. You have to have someone like literally running this ship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like with my team, they're already pretty overloaded. I just hired another person yesterday. Um, what does that look like for like the ROI on it? I'm just thinking if I already have a community that we're using, like I know you're not doing this for commissions, but convince someone like myself that moving over to Skool, hiring someone like you and your team to do it, but then I have to hire someone to manage it. Is that correct?
No,
No.
no. So let me clarify our service. I just want you creating. All I ask and my team asks is that you show up once a week on Zoom and you teach your people. So we take care of everything. We take care of retention and we take care of growth. Two different sides of the house. On the retention side, and where you see that 100% engagement, is you get a community manager. And if I've learned anything in low ticket, and I'm sure you've seen this, is people need like 10 times more reminders than you think they need. So a good 60% of that community manager's job, other than support and all that stuff, is reminding people, is staying relevant. Because the average person gets bombarded with 10,000 ads a day. As much as people love you, they're just bombarded. So we got to stay on top of that. We take care of community management, we take care of retention. We will also take your existing material and we slow drip it. So that way people are incentivized to continue to stay on with you. And then we have various different growth systems. So the event launch is one. We do paid ads. My business partner has spent over 25 million in paid ads. So that's typically what we use to scale a low ticket community. And then we have a CSM as well. So that's success manager. Again, I'm dealing with an old crowd, so we need to keep it simple. And it's
We
awesome.
don't call those old people. We call those wise people.
Wise people. Okay, I love it. So the wise people, they want a sense of community. In one of my communities, it's almost all retirees. They want to join. They want to join the meditations that happen every day, but they don't know how to work Zoom. And so we have customer success managers that hop on 15-minute calls and they hop on with these wise people. And they're like, hey, you see this button? Okay, click that. If you want to access the calls, click that. And so the customer journey is so important. It doesn't matter if you're on Circle or Skool. It genuinely doesn't matter. What matters is the experience that you give these people when they're on the platform. So the second they join one of our communities, we walk them through the Start Here course. It lays out everything, where they can find everything. If still they're confused, hey, book in a 15-minute call. With someone, they'll help you on a one-to-one basis. On a weekly basis, we have weekly orientation calls. Highly, highly, highly recommend that you do that for your Circle community because it lessens your team's load by like at least 30%. Because now they know how to navigate the platform. You go over commonly asked questions, like they know what to do. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, it does. I think coming from high ticket, it's difficult to say I'm going to invest all this time into low ticket when I have something so good working right now. I'm not going to be naive that it's not a great idea, but I think it sounds like a lot for what it's worth. Is that true to say? Like, I don't know, I'm just being really honest.
So we have JV partnerships that just do high ticket. And I think they've spent like 2 billion on ads. They've done 200 million in high ticket. They've done 300 million in events. They're coming to me and they're like, hey, I can save 20 to 30% on my net margins on high ticket because I don't have a low ticket. You have to hire a setter, you have to hire closers, you have to go through the whole sales cycle. But if I just have a low ticket where I've warmed them up, the ascension ladder makes a lot more sense. And 20% of 100 million is it's like 20 to 30 million, right?
Right.
So
No, it makes sense for
it
sure.
makes sense.
Yep. No, that's, yeah.
I think there's probably a little piece in the middle there too, Ali. If you were to make that switch in Ramsha, you can let me know. That's where it really comes down to making sure you're making a ton of content and driving proper ads to the low ticket or
Yeah.
proper right amount of people to that low ticket. Because like just coming in and being like, all right, let's try this low ticket thing and do that's not going to work. The strategy and what Ramsha does. I mean, that's the key is like, okay, if you're going to do this low ticket idea, then you need to create this content so that we can cut this and make this and drive traffic to that school community properly. Which is that, am I correct in thinking that, Ramsha?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And like if the juice is not worth the squeeze for you, don't do it. Like it's
Yeah.
really that simple. It's not something that's for everybody, if I'm being very honest. Like there is a lot of support involved. There is a lot of managing of people. People have tons of issues. Another reason
Say it
that
again, Ramsha. Say it again.
it's not for everybody. It's really not for everybody that's coming
No,
from the
people have
school
a ton of
experts.
issues. That's what you need to say again.
No,
Okay, I'll
people
get
have,
that.
yeah, people have tons of issues. You can only help somebody so much. But the other reason other high ticket people have come to me is you have 1 month where you're killing it. We had this one guy make 100,000 in a month, and then he was fulfilling for 5 months. And he's like, so the average monthly revenue that I have is it's like 20 grand a month. If I just had a low ticket that pays me on a monthly reoccurring basis, 20 grand, then like I'm good. I'm taken care of. So that's kind of, I think that's the power of it is it literally, you get paid out on a weekly basis.
That's awesome. Hey, I'll question on that too, Ramsha. Do you want people that come to you that have a product already, or if they don't have a product but they're just building? What is your prerequisite to work with people?
Yeah. What I'm really good at is monetizing audiences. So we primarily work with successful YouTubers that have at least 100,000 subscribers. There has to be an audience there to monetize on. I can't pull people out of thin air.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the nice thing about us. We're building your audience with you guys, and that's what we'll work on as you guys need that. Do you think that there's been people with smaller audiences that can like you're talking like 60, 70,000. If they have a smaller audience, they're just building, is it still okay to start the school community and to start getting people in there?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a great place to nurture people and build that relationship. I would argue that the most valuable sale that you're ever going to get is the first one, right? Because that's what starts the ascension ladder.
Yeah.
So even if you can get people into, like if you're a small creator, you can go live on TikTok. That works great. You can go live on YouTube. Whatever content you make, have a call to action. That can be a school community, right? And if you don't know, if you're not a marketer and you don't know how to put up landing pages and do all that stuff, this is a great place to do that. Because if you do have a free community, which works really well for smaller creators, you're building that relationship with that end user. And for me, the reason I work with people that have big audiences is because they've put in the sweat equity. They've done something that I like to call they've earned the right. They've earned the right to actually pitch a paid community. When you're a small content creator, you have to provide copious amounts of value before somebody pulls out their card, and that's just the reality of it.
Yeah. Yep. Great points. I love it. Yeah, even for all of us that have, smaller audiences, I don't have a big audience. And this is definitely something that we've been looking at, but that all makes sense. There's some great takeaways on there. Do you guys have any other questions for Ramsha while she's here on anything else with Skool, things like that?
Yeah, I do. So I currently have a community on Mighty Networks, which,
Nice.
for the record, I absolutely despise. And
That's what I've
so
heard.
yeah, I mean, it was a nightmare to set up. It's a nightmare for people to onboard. There's no support. Yeah, I would never suggest anybody use it. It looked good initially, but I cannot stand it. And to get the people to come onto it, because we have a local community, um, where we have luncheons, and it's the Association of Christian Businesswomen. So we also are, looking to grow outside of just the luncheons, but have online events as well, so that we can branch out. So my question is, how difficult is it to, go from Mighty Networks over to Skool? And what would that transition
Entail.
look like? Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, I've done this for most of my creators. They're on a platform that they hate. That's how I got into it. My friend was ready to rage quit on Mighty Networks. And I was like, dude,
Yeah.
I think you're just
I'm
on the
ready to
wrong.
rage quit.
Yeah.
For the
Like that's
money that
literally,
has been spent on it, including the setup and everything. Yeah, I'm ready to rage quit.
yeah. Like, no, I get it. Like the juice just isn't worth the squeeze. And that's the reality of it sometimes. What you're going to do is you're going to do something called an offboarding campaign. And so what you'll do is you'll set up the Skool community. It can be free. The core thing that you want to focus on for transitioning people is communicating that they get all of the value that they already got on Mighty Networks plus more. So you want to make it a no-brainer for them to switch. That makes it a lot easier. And then what you'll do is go into the back end of Mighty Networks, grab all of their email addresses, and invite all of them into the back end of Skool. And then every week, make a post like, hey guys, we're moving over to Skool. You've already been invited, move over there. Most people are actually okay with it. Like a lot of people are familiar with Skool, they like the transition. The other thing that you can do, which is a service that we offer, is we have a VA. She calls everybody, says, or emails them, hops on a 15-minute call. It's like, hey, we're moving over. Do you need any help? Sure. Okay, this is what it entails. Answer their questions and then give them a warmer handoff. Most people that are tech savvy can accept the invite via email and join themselves.
Keep in mind that we're the wise crowd.
Oh, okay. So you might need a community manager then. You might need a community
Right,
manager to help you out. Do you
right.
have like a VA or somebody I can give you?
I do have, I mean, I have an assistant, but she's at full capacity. Like she doesn't have time
Yeah.
to do that. So, yeah.
Okay. Easiest thing then is bulk download all the emails in Mighty Networks, invite them all to Skool after that community is built. And then in Mighty Networks, they have some weird like community post thing. So on there, let them know, hey, we've moved over to Skool. You've been emailed. This is what it looks like. Just make it really easy for them.
Yeah. I was just looking, I think it's about to roll over. I think it's about our renewal is coming up like in just a few days, which I'd really like to not renew.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I have heard a lot of frustration about Mighty
But
Networks.
building out a whole new platform, like, makes me sick to my stomach too.
Yeah. I mean, but we could build it out for you. That's a service
Okay.
that we offer.
I would love to maybe chat about that.
Yeah.
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 Tell me more I think the thing that's really I love about offers is, and we're all God-fearing here. So like, I love looking at somebody and being like, what is your God-given talent? And how do we turn that into an offer? So let's talk more about the exciting piece, which is what are you actually offering? Like, why this community? You seem very passionate about it. What do you want to offer to these faith-based women? Talk to me about that.
Oh, so, we have luncheons right now, and that's the way it started off. And then we have a component called Kingdom Leadership, and we have an annual event that is, very powerful, very Holy Spirit driven. We have a prayer call every Friday that you don't have to be a member to come on to. It's on Zoom. Anybody can come on. It's at 8 o'clock Eastern time. And we have roughly between 40 to 50 women usually who come on, and it's just an hour, hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours if the Holy Spirit is, you know, alive and well and doing its thing, and we just roll with it. We roll with the Holy Spirit. So we don't squash it. But just bringing a community that is Holy Spirit filled, that where women can collaborate, do business together, and meet women. We have women from Texas, we have them New York. Right now, we have women from all over, but they're not members, and they're just coming onto the prayer call because they love it. But we would love for them to have a platform or a community where they could come. And that's why we want to, build out the online platform and community a little more.
Cool. I built a community just like this. Can I share it with you so I can kind of show you what it would look like?
Sure.
She's a dear friend of mine. Her name's Natasha. It's actually like it's her and her husband, and they're just such incredible people. Sammy, I think I actually introduced Ray to them because they're trying to do a podcast. Great people. I'm going to walk you through it. And so what she focuses on is a handful of different things: hormones, dating, marriage, but also faith. So if we come to her calendar, every Tuesday, her husband leads a divine prayer call. And he just prays over everybody in the community. And I still show up to these calls. They are so awesome. They're so profound. I feel like I just had a shot of espresso after joining them.
Holy Spirit espresso. Let's go.
Literally, that should be a new blend of coffee. So he does this. It's really awesome. It integrates with Zoom. So like it's a great user experience. And then every Saturday they do master classes. It's either it's the guy speaking or it's her. Their classroom section is value packed as well. So again, we always start with the Start Here course because customer journey, you want to make it simple. Her whole thing is we want to keep the vessel healthy first and operate from a healthy place. So that's why she goes into weight loss and hormones first. And then from there, she goes into divine dating and marriage. And it's so cool to see the revolution because they started off with this divine dating stuff. And then it turned into how do you date from a faith-based standpoint in today's society? And then they started reviewing dating profiles. And then now they have a whole separate community on dating for marriage. So it's like it can evolve very fast. I wanted to show you this because that was kind of the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah. So can you live stream?
Stacy, she was in Brookie's community. Natasha, beautiful hair, skinny body.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
her.
yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
you know Natasha?
Yeah, we
Okay.
do.
Oh, I love
Yes.
her. I went to her
I
retreat
thought
too.
she looked familiar, but it didn't like register with me. Yes. Oh my gosh.
She's good people.
Yeah, it's amazing. Hal, you for sure need that community. Ray and I'll
I
join
know,
them.
Ramsha. If I stay on long enough, I can convince myself to do anything. So
I'm not trying to convince you to do anything. I
I
want to
know.
take work off of your plate.
Oh, praise Jesus. Well, Ray's in my inner circle. So whenever I get off these, I'm like, what do you think? And she's like, no, you're doing this thing. You're doing great. So we'll have a talk on Friday about it. So it might be off. But I have a Marriage Made in Heaven podcast. We did one season and we didn't really nurture it. And then I have been asked more than anything in my life if I will do a live retreat because marriages are on the fritz. And my
Yes.
husband and I have put in the work. We're going on 17 years. We're Marriage Made in Heaven pastors. We've
Praise God.
seen the worst of people, needless to say. But we also know there's really practical things that people aren't doing to have a marriage made in heaven, and it is our birthright and our inheritance. So my question is, if I was to start a Skool community for freezies, dear God, help me. I'll have to hire people, so it won't be free. It's actually something to take on debt for. Um, but it's ministry opportunity. We will have a live event June 8th here in San Diego. Obviously, I know that's going to blow up. I already have it like sold, honestly, with people that need to come or that have been asking for it. What would be the next best step in doing a Marriage Made in Heaven thing when I only have audio recording of a podcast to post in it?
You have an audio recording. What other assets do you have? Would you be open to doing a call? Would you be open to doing the live stream of the event?
Yeah,
That's huge
absolutely.
value. You'd be
Okay.
giving people a sense of community as well. What does your audience look like
High
across
net
social
worth
media?
couples. Yeah, high net
Okay.
worth couples that the woman is the driver in the marriage and just bulldoze their husband. That's what I was. And don't let them really have a say in anything because they make a ton of money. And it doesn't work out good. There's zero divine order, and the husband feels like a piece of crap. And if they didn't marry Jesus like I did, they're divorced, or they have like a lot of things that the husband's just kind of checked out. Yeah,
Yeah. Like you're not in your feminine, you're in your masculine, and now it's like this amazing relationship where it could be so godly. It's not godly anymore because you're in your masculine and now your husband's in his feminine, and it's like it's not working. Um, for you, honestly, I wouldn't do a free community. I wouldn't do it. I would just go right to paid because there is so much value in you live streaming that retreat. There is value in your podcast, and there's value in the community piece as well. Oh, the other cool thing that you can do, and I gave this idea to Natasha, is like, so people would come on, they would become healed, and then they're like, I want to date people similar to this. And so we started doing like matchmaking on Zoom. And so what you can do is put them into breakout rooms and like have them mingle. And that's another perk that you could add. And it's like charge 17 bucks a month, review their dating app too. And now it's like you have an upsell, which is reviewing their dating app. And for 17 bucks a month, every week you can do this mixer, or every month you can do this mixer. The average dating app is like 30 bucks a month. You know what I mean?
Ramsha, I've gotten beat up so much by my pastor about being a matchmaker in the church. He's like, yeah, you don't need to play the Holy Spirit. God's got that. Thanks for trying out. I'm like, oops, oops. But no, I love it. I love it for the right women and men that need to come in and we need to do a live event for, and we can stream the
Love
whole
it.
thing. All these things are possible. They really are. And there's so much crap out there on the internet that people are trying to tell people to do. And it's just like, that's what makes me rise up. You showing me these other communities and be like, oh, okay. Wow. Like people are investing in things because people are showing up
Yeah.
and doing it.
And if you look at like Natasha's the perfect example of this because last year, we don't work with her anymore, but last year she was at 5,000 subs. She has doubled down on YouTube. And if you look at her strategy, all she does is, not all she does, but primarily she goes live, right? If we want to talk about women staying in their feminine and doing less work and making money, she just goes live 2, 3 times a week on YouTube. And then those videos are reposted as posts with a nice thumbnail. And the call to action is always join Skool.
Yep. So good. So simple.
Yeah, that's the ascension model. Ramsha, I want to honor your time. You have been rocking it. Make sure you drop your email here in the chat so Stacy Joe and Allie and anyone else that needs to jump on there can grab. But we'll also drop that into the notes and the replay for you guys. Do you have your own Skool community, or are you more the wizard behind the curtain?
More the wizard behind the curtain. I did start one community. It's free. It was just kind of my gift to the world. Feel free to check it out. It's called Soft Girl Manifestation, where I teach people how to manifest, and everything is free. And even the stuff that's locked, it's unlocked. And it's just, take advantage of it. Just trying to be of service. I have gotten everything through God and knowing how to control my thoughts. So it was just my kind of gift to the world. That's my Calendly link. This is if I'm being honest, I don't love email. Can I drop my phone number? That's cool.
Sure.
Okay.
Very well. Well, we actually all have a histamine reaction to email, so it's all good.
Yeah, it's just like ick. I don't like it.
Yeah, I actually have a rash because of email, so the thing. Totally.
Oh, cool. This has been awesome, Sammy. Thank you so much for your time. This was so impromptu, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, definitely. Susan, anyone have a takeaway that blew their mind? Love to hear a quick takeaway before we head out.
Well, I think my takeaway is, something that we were talking about just a couple hours ago, Sammy. I think, getting my school back up, but because it's new, it's small, I'm thinking that it needs to be free to begin, right?
Mhm.
And then do, even if I do the free for so long, and then offer it
Let
as a
me,
paid.
yeah, let me pose this to Ramsha too, so she has a little context because Susan just got done with her first 10X talk, so praise Jesus. Well,
Woo, let's go. Praise God.
it's huge, right? Massive. And as she was going through the process of all the things that she's done, she's got 20 years of executive leadership coaching. She also has this crazy skill set where she knows how to get rentals and like make rentals and buy and get that going, which is a huge skill set. I was like,
Very
whoa,
cool.
we're sitting on that. That's such a palpable and marketable skill. Would she put that as a course inside Skool that's a paid one or like something like that? Or would she have a leader and make a whole new YouTube kind of section about that and do to a different school? What do you think? Should because her podcast is done pretending. Done pretending is about coming into the new version of yourself. And like what she's doing, she's just completely evolving. And so she's kind of in the midst of learning that. But the other thing that she really has down is that buying up and finding rentals and turning those into a cash machine.
That's a really good question. I'm a big believer in keeping everything so simple. So what I would do is stick to one community, but on your podcast, start talking about what you're doing with rentals. Because now it's like people that
Sammy said that
already,
too.
yeah, people that already love you, they're gonna be like, oh, and she does this. And please try to stay away from like free communities. Your free content is your podcast. So you can do a free trial. That's different.
Okay.
But like make it $7. Make it 27. Make it something.
Okay.
Because that free crowd, I call them hyenas. Like they just want to take. And it's a very different user than a buyer.
Yep.
That's true.
Yeah. Yep. All my free people, all done. Bye-bye. We're doing
Yeah.
free trial. Free trial.
Free
That's
trial and
for sure. That's awesome.
course, and then do like an offboarding campaign even within school. Being like, hey, the price is going up May 1st. Either upgrade or sorry, gotta go.
Yeah. That's so great. Anyone else have a good takeaway? I think I've got like a million things I want to do, like 3 or 4 things I want to do right away. Feeling so
I love
good.
it.
That's great.
Cool. Just thank you so much for having me. I'm just happy to be of service and hopefully I provided some value.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ramsha, for being here. Anyone else before I close it up?
Thank
So,
you.
My
yeah.
favorite
Nope,
line,
I've already texted you, Ramsha.
Oh, nice. Beautiful.
my
Yeah,
favorite
we do
line is
have,
that TikTok for everyone. I like transparency and I like honesty. And you're like, yeah, this is definitely not for everyone. You know, that was really good.
It's not. Like it's not for the weak. It's really awesome if you have like a good ascension ladder, if you have an audience, if you care more about impact. Like
Mhm.
it's worth the squeeze.
Yeah.
We do have a done for you school build offer, by the way, Sammy. So if any of your members need that, like we're happy to build it out for you.
Yeah, that sounds great. Those guys booked those. Yep. Stacy Joe's like, build it for me. Yeah. I just don't want
Just
her.
build it and tell me what to do, and we're we're good to
That's
go.
literally, yep.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much, Ramsha, for being our pinch hitter today. I don't know if I agree with the Dodgers, but that's all good. That's a whole nother show we can talk
I
about.
don't even know sports at all. I just think it's a cute hat. These are
Oh,
Swarovski crystals. And so it was a collab between Swarovski and Dodgers. I know nothing about sports.
oh, perfect. Yeah, I don't know much about hockey either, so you're wearing a cool hat. For good.
All right. Thank you
Awesome.
so much. Take care,
Thank
guys.
you, Ramsha. We'll see you guys soon. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye. Love you. God bless.